Hey guys, I was going to say a couple days ago, but actually I'm really lazy, so it was actually like a couple weeks ago. I went to a boot fair and I bought some video games. So first, let's get out these. First, we have the Sims Triple Deluxe here. So this is the original Sims game, the first one. I'm not the biggest fan of the Sims, but I'll tell you why I got it in a second. The case is in pretty darn good condition. It is a PC game, so I'm not super surprised, but there's a couple of little things, nicks here and there, but other than that, it's fine. And I did double check. Not only is there a manual, which you know how much I love a manual, but there is 4 discs here. Obviously, I haven't really checked the discs themselves that much, so I'll have a quick look now, but ironically, I trust people at boot fair more than I do a lot of the shops these days. So if we shine it in the light like that, you can get a much better picture of how well it looks. And yeah, this is actually looking quite solid for a CD. Oh yeah, and again, these are on CDs, they're not even DVDs, so you can tell just how old this game is. Next up, we have The Sims 2 Pets. There we go. I don't know why the manual's backwards, but we have the manual there. Let's have a quick look at the disc. Okay. That is a lot more scratched than I would like, but let's hope that's alright. Even if it is scratched, it's not the end of the world. Next up, we have Bon Voyage. So I'm guessing this is like a holiday expansion, something like that. Do we have the casing manual? I didn't even actually check off this. Yep, there we go. The manuals are backwards. I don't know why. Let's have a quick look at the disc, as usual. You all know the drill by now. That's alright, actually. That's not too bad. Finally, there's nightlife, because reasons. Oh, you can do bowling. There we go. I'm sold. So let's have a look inside here. There's the manual. I thought we'd lost the manual for a second there. Quick look at the disc. Yeah, still a little on the scratch side, but that should be fine. It's not horrific or anything. Reason why I showed all these at once is I've just recently bought The Sims 2 for my brother because he really likes The Sims. So all of these, in total, £1. 25 pence for each of them. Even if like these just didn't work, I mean, that's 25p for a coaster. That's not bad at all. Really solid. I'm going to do all these as the bundle as well. Hang on. So if you're not familiar with boot fairs, they're basically an American yard sale, but there's like 50 people next to each other. The reason why I say that is because the way a lot of these work is that you can do them in bundles. So instead of just buying one individual game, you get it significantly cheaper. So I bought obviously all of those together, but I also bought all of these together as well. First of all, FIFA 19. And you might go, why have I bought a bunch of FIFAs? I'll get into that in a second. The case is a little scratched, but other than that, it's an Xbox One game. So I was like, well surprised that they had an Xbox One game at a boot fair, because this is a Blu-ray. This one should be in much better nick than something like the CDs and DVDs. And as we can tell, it is. Although, it is actually a bit more beaten up than I'm used to. Hello! Then we have another FIFA 08 here. And so I wanted to get a PS3 one as well. Oh, it's been taped up. I didn't even notice that. I can't bother opening it now at the moment, so we'll put that there. So what I tried to do is get one for every console. So I've got one for the Wii here. This one is actually quite beaten up, but then there wasn't a huge amount of choice here. So I was like, might as well just grab that. There we are. We have the manual. Let's have a look at the disc. Oh, wow. Okay, that is heavily scratched up. Didn't check that. But again, like, for what I paid for it, it really doesn't matter that much, to be honest. Here's another FIFA for the PS3. So this was the Ultimate Edition, whatever that means. I was going to say, is that Messi on the front? I can't even remember my footballers now. Yeah, it's taped over. I didn't even realise there was tape on these. Oh, hang on. FIFA 13, FIFA.
5 minutes later.
Did I just get 2 copies of the same game? I haven't even opened this one, apparently. Okay, well, that's the result, I guess. So let's have a look at both discs, shall we? Oh, wow. If you look at that one, that looks really resurfaced, I think. Maybe that's why there's 2 discs. Let's look at the other disc, shall we? The other disc looks a lot less resurfaced. I'm not sure if it's resurfaced at all. That was very surprising. Although, do you have a manual? Kind of. I think we're missing a bit of a manual. But again, I'm not super bothered at this price. And finally, got one for the original Xbox. So the disc is quite plain. Like, can't remember what most Xbox discs looks like, but they definitely don't look that plain. Obviously, we've got the manual. Let's have a quick look at the disc. If I could get the thing out. Oh my donkey flips. Look at that. That is horrific. What have they done? Put it through a blender or something. Hopefully that works. You might be saying, why'd you buy FIFAs? People are just begging to give them away. These were 20p each. For example, if you're looking at like the Wii version, okay, 20p is like, even that is kind of cheap, considering how most of the time these are 50p. So if I would have bought all these, eBay or whatever, they would have been at least 50p, if not a pound. That would be £5 in total. I've been meaning to get some of the FIFAs, but obviously didn't want to pay basically anything for them. But I was super surprised about FIFA 19 in particular. So even though it says £1.50 here, but this was 20 pence for an Xbox One version. So I was like, yeah, might as well for 20p. So next up we have is Sherlock Sherlock Holmes. This was £1, so considering what I paid for these, this was probably overpaying a little bit, but I just thought, oh, it's a Sherlock Holmes game, might as well. The cartridge looks absolutely fine on DS. Obviously got the manual and everything, so I thought that was pretty solid. Next up, Need for Speed Undercover. So the guy who I bought this from wanted £2, but I said, take it off your hands for £1, and he was like, yeah, okay, cool. So again, that's one thing that's really cool about boot fairs, is people like to negotiate with you and have a deal. I'm not the biggest fan of Undercover, like I've got it on PC, but it's kind of but it's a racing game for the Wii, so those things are quite rare, so that's why I thought I may as well grab it. We have the manual in here. A lot of the time I did check for the manual and the condition of the disc, although apparently not always. There you go, that's fine. There is a few scratches on it, but this is the Wii game, so I'd be very surprised if there wasn't scratches on Wii game, to be honest. But £1, not bad at all. Here's probably the best bargain I've found out of all of them, and that is Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. Now, I think this normally goes for £5 if I'm not mistaken. I'll put it up in editing if I'm wrong. But I really like the Super Monkey Ball games, so I'm kind of glad I got this one. Banana Mania, I think it's called. I just recently bought that on PC. I had a lot of fun with that. There we go, look at that. Here's the manual. Here is the disc. Wow, okay, the disc is like practically immaculate. That is impressive for a Wii game. Wow, okay, fair enough. And then finally, here is the last two. The original Super Monkey Ball. Case is a little bit damaged, but other than that, not too bad. And Crash Nitro Racing. Crash Team Racing. People call it Nitro Racing. I've got the game over there or something. The case is a little damaged, especially around the front here, which kind of sucks, but at least, to be fair, that's the worst part of it. There we are. We have the full manual, which is not always easy to find, and obviously we have the game itself here. There we are. So, wow, it is a little scratch though, isn't it? But it's GameCube, so I'm guessing it won't be as bad. I don't know. Which I've been wanting to play this game for ages. And I was thinking of getting it between PS4 and obviously the Switch, because I don't really want the Xbox version. But I thought the Switch version would be better, because not only is it a bit easier to play it on PC, but also it's one that I can take on the go. And it's an amazing port. Now, unfortunately, modern games like this have no manuals, so that's about the best you're going to get. Anyway, we can have a look at the cartridge. The cartridge looks absolutely fine to me, but now I'm going to tell a story. So I was talking to the guy about these, so he wanted minimum of 24 for both of them. So I think he originally wanted something like 28 for the both of them, but he said the minimum he'd do is 24. I was a little bit like, but he was kind of kept going, this is really good price. I can go, there's another shop I can go and take it to. I can take it to this shop. And he was really trying to pressure me to buy these, so I was really suspicious. I'm like, and also, obviously, if he can get it cheaper elsewhere, why doesn't he just get it cheaper elsewhere, you know what I mean? After he refused, I saw he had a PS2, and I went, okay, how much you want for the PS2? He said a tenner. I did ask if it was tested, and he goes, yeah, I haven't tested it, but I tested the PS3 though, and the PS3's working, so, and I'm like, yeah, but that's the PS3, that's not the PS2, so I don't know what you mean there. I said, can I have the PS2 as well for 30 quid? And he went 32, and I was like, fine, we'll do 32 then. So I thought I'd take the gamble, so I got these two, and I got the PS2 for 32 quid, so I thought that was not too bad at all, especially with Crash here. The case is definitely beaten up. I can definitely clean that off and stuff. So it's not too bad, but this guy was a little on the sus side for me, which is why I was a bit more like hesitant to say anything to him. But yeah, I can't be bothered unplugging the PS2, but I've got footage of it already. Go watch my other videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.